The Gospel According to Spiritism, by Allan Kardec, in its Chapter 1, is one of the most profound and essential works to understand the relationship between God's laws, revealed at various stages of human history, and Christian morality, as taught by Jesus. Kardec begins with an explanation of the importance of progressive revelations in human history, stating that the gospel of Christ did not come to replace pre-existing divine laws, but to give them a fuller and deeper fulfillment. He highlights that Jesus not only revealed the true essence of divine morality, but also presented a new perspective on human life and spiritual nature, revealing the universal and timeless character of God's message for all humanity. Christ's mission went beyond teaching rules of conduct. He was sent to reveal the true relationship of human beings with God and with others, bringing a message of love, forgiveness, fraternity, and spiritual regeneration. Christ, in bringing to light the message of unconditional love, proposed that the true moral life is that which comes from a heart transformed by the spiritual understanding of love, and that human beings must learn to do good not only externally, but also internally, through a personal and deep relationship with God and others. Kardec also explains that, although Christian morality has been misunderstood by many over the centuries, it has not lost its validity, and understanding its teachings is a continuous process which requires spiritual evolution. Spiritism, in its essence, proposes to clarify the messages of Christ, deepening the understanding of spiritual laws and the true meaning of the gospel, which allows for a deeper and more real application of Christian morals in everyday life. The first part of the chapter is dedicated to a reflection on the laws given to Moses. Kardec states that, although the laws of Moses had a divine character, they were, at the same time, adapted to the historical and cultural context of the people of Israel, who at the time were in a primitive stage of moral and spiritual evolution. These laws included not only moral rules, such as the Ten Commandments, but also social and civil norms, which regulated the lives of the Israelites in aspects such as social organization, judicial matters, and people's rights and duties. Moral laws, such as the worship of God, respect for human life, property, family, and truth, are seen as universal, intended for all peoples and times. Kardec highlights that these laws were not created by Moses, but revealed by God, and that their compliance is essential for the spiritual progress of any human being. However, civil laws, which regulated aspects such as physical punishment, inheritance, and marriage, were more transitory and conformed to the conditions and mentality of the time. These laws, although derived from divine wisdom, do not directly apply to modern times and would need to be overcome as humanity evolves to a higher understanding. Kardec emphasizes that the moral laws of Moses, such as the obligation to love God and others, are universal, immutable, and eternal, and there is no need to modify them, while civil laws, over time, must be rethought as needed. That society evolves. In this context, the morals of Moses serve as the basis for the teachings of Christ, which, by perfecting the interpretation of these laws, gives them a deeper and more universal character, applicable not only to the people of Israel, but to all humanity. Kardec explores the figure of Jesus Christ as the one who came to perfectly fulfill the law given by Moses, but in a more internalized and deeply spiritualized way. Jesus, according to Kardec, did not come to revoke God's laws, but to give them their true meaning, transcend superficial interpretations, and bring a new understanding about the role of human beings before God. For Kardec, Moses' moral laws were a reflection of the divine will, but Jesus came to show that, to live these laws, more is necessary than just external obedience. True obedience occurs in the heart, in the internal transformation that is expressed in love for others and in the willingness to forgive, help, and live in harmony with others. Jesus taught that human actions should be driven by pure and sincere love, which transcends external behaviors and is capable of leading human beings to live in accordance with the values of the kingdom of God. Kardec highlights the importance of the commandment of love taught by Christ, which summarizes all moral precepts and which must be the guide of Christian life. This commandment to love God and your neighbor as yourself summarizes the morals of Jesus and constitutes a spiritual key to understanding all his other messages. Jesus also corrected many distortions and misunderstandings about the laws, especially in relation to the rigid interpretations made by the Pharisees and other religious leaders of the time, who placed the letter of the law above the spirit, making it a mere legal imposition without understanding its meaning. Spiritual depth. With this, Christ not only updated the laws of Moses, but also revealed the spiritual reality of the human being, who is called to evolve morally, developing virtues such as forgiveness, humility, and patience. Spiritism, according to Kardec, is the third divine revelation to humanity, complementing and perfecting the two previous revelations from Moses and Jesus. Kardec sees Spiritism as the key that unlocks the mystery of life after death and the complete understanding of the spiritual nature of the human being. If the revelations of Moses and Jesus brought teachings about morality and divine laws, Spiritism comes to clarify, in a rational and scientific way, the nature of spiritual life, the process of reincarnation, the destiny of spirits, and the evolution of human beings in the world. Spiritual plane. Spiritism does not oppose Christianity, but complements it, bringing to light the spiritual and immortal aspects of human existence, which were hidden or poorly understood in previous doctrines. For Kardec, Spiritism is a science and a spiritual philosophy, which reveals the universal laws that govern the spiritual world and how they directly influence the lives of human beings. This new revelation is not limited to blind faith, but is based on evidence and proof, such as the manifestations of spirits, which can be verified by anyone who is willing to study and understand spiritual laws. Spiritism offers clear and definitive answers to questions about the origin and destiny of the soul, the reason for suffering, and how human beings can regenerate themselves and achieve true happiness, which is a state of harmony with divine laws. Kardec also emphasizes the alliance between science and religion, which must be seen as complementary. For him, both science and religion aim to clarify the truth, although each follows a different path. Science investigates the material laws that govern the universe, while religion seeks to understand the spiritual laws that govern life. Both, however, come from the same divine source and, when practiced in harmony, reveal a more complete truth about human existence and the universe. Science, when investigating the material world, brings explanations and discoveries that help humanity to better understand its existence and its environment. However, Kardec highlights that science cannot ignore the spiritual aspects of life and must be able to integrate this knowledge, as spiritual evidence and manifestations are more widely recognized and understood. In the same way, religion must leave aside dogmatic and superstitious explanations, embracing a reasoned faith, which is compatible with logical and scientific principles. True faith, according to Kardec, is not based on irrational beliefs, but on a deep understanding of spiritual laws, which, in turn, are revealed and corroborated by science. Kardec concludes the chapter with a description of the new spiritual era that Spiritism is preparing for humanity. He believes that we are on the verge of a great spiritual transformation, which will bring a new understanding of life, suffering, love, and brotherhood. This transformation will be the result of humanity's moral and spiritual progress, which will occur through the application of Jesus' teachings, now fully understood in the light of Spiritism. Kardec describes this process as a spiritual regeneration, where human beings will learn to live in harmony with divine laws, promoting peace, justice, and love among all. He believes that Spiritism, with its rational and profound explanations about life after death, reincarnation, and spiritual evolution, will help humanity to free itself from old vices and superstitions, leading it to a new phase of evolution. This new world will be marked by a deep fraternity, where people will live to serve others, helping each other to achieve moral and spiritual perfection. The Earth, according to Kardec, is destined to become a world of regeneration, where evolved spirits will guide future generations towards a more just and harmonious life. If you liked this video about the importance of the gospel according to Spiritism and how it complements the revelations of Moses and Jesus, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Like the video to help us spread this message of light and love. Stay up to date with more inspiring content about Spiritism and spiritual evolution. Sign up now and share with your friends.